How is this small business making $10,000 a month consistently from email lists, while this massive influencer with hundreds of thousands of followers can barely break even and needs a full-time job? I know what you're thinking. Email lists? It's not 2005 anymore. Why would I even bother if I have thousands of followers on social media? But what if I told you that despite having a huge social media following, most influencers that you watch are actually broke? And here's the hard truth: social media doesn't guarantee income. What, you think you're just a few viral videos away from completely changing your life? Nope. But emails can change that. Okay, so let me tell you a story. Meet two business owners, Jamie and Alex. They both sell similar digital products online. Now, on one hand, Jamie has spent years getting up to 100,000 followers on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. He is posting every day, grinding through videos and trying to reply to all of his comments, doing whatever it takes to keep that engagement up. Jamie is working really hard, but for some odd reason, the bank balance just doesn't seem to change no matter how many viral videos he's getting. And by the way, this was me for a very long time. On the other hand, we have Alex, who has just 5,000 subscribers on his email list, and that's it. Barely any social media presence because he thinks he is just a much better writer than he will ever be on camera. And I'll be honest, he also works hard, but he works hard on providing more value on his digital product and his emails instead of social media. And the craziest part of all is that Alex is comfortably raking in $10,000 every single month. The big question is, how on earth is that even possible? I mean, 5,000 subscribers is nothing for most people, right? Well, here's the secret. Most business owners like Jamie focus all of their attention on gaining more followers, chasing likes, shares, views, and comments. They think the bigger their audience, the more money they'll make. And sometimes, I'll be honest, people like Jamie won't admit it, but they actually prefer fame over money. And Alex, on the other hand, has it all figured out. For him, it's not about the number of people watching that matters. It's the number of people who trust you enough to hand you over their email that really counts. And this is why I myself ask for people to check out the link in the description to get my 30 monetization tips in 30 days that I've learned over the last 4 years, completely free of charge. If you trust me enough to give me your personal address, that is so important and much better than getting 1,000 views on TikTok. The reality is that those are your true fans, followers, and sometimes even friends. The big difference between emails and social media is the fact that they're personal. They have been around forever and will never get out of fashion. And when someone gives you their email, they're essentially saying, I trust you to show up in my inbox. And that trust is super important. And this is where Jamie's problem lies. We all know that social media algorithms are unpredictable. One minute you're on top of everyone's feed and then the next you're buried by some latest viral trend. And I'll be honest, I experienced that myself on TikTok back in 2023. One month my videos were getting like 500,000 views every single time I posted, and then the next month I could barely scrape 10,000 views. Please understand this, you don't own your followers. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Snapchat, and YouTube does. But with an email list, you own that and nobody can take it away from you. And just let me break this down a little bit more for you. With Jamie, sure, he has 100,000 followers, but only about 5 to 10% of them will ever see his posts. And out of those 5 to 10%, even less people will click and check out on what he has to sell. Alex, on the other hand, sends out an email and gets a 50% open rate. That's 2,500 people reading Alex's offer, and a good chunk of them will buy. Now you may be asking, why so much? Because he is having direct communication with already an engaged audience. When you think about Instagram, you think about photos and stories. When you think about WhatsApp, you think about chatting with your friends and family. When you think about TikTok, you think about scrolling through your phone and, let's be honest, wasting time. But with emails are different. This is where the serious stuff comes through. When you have a bill to pay, that will come to an email. Want to buy some airplane tickets or book a hotel? That will also be delivered to your emails too. I mean, even bank statements, they don't exactly come to your Instagram DMs now, do they? And here's what Alex did differently, and you can do it too. Instead of just trying to become the next social media sensation, he spent time creating a simple lead magnet, just a free guide that helped solve a problem for his audience. And it didn't even take months to make, just a few hours, something that his audience would find useful. And after promoting this freebie, people were happy to sign up and get it because it was valuable to them and free. And once Alex got those emails, they weren't just random followers anymore. They were people who were ready to listen to what he had to say. And here is the big lesson, guys. You don't need a massive audience. You just need a dedicated one. And that's the power of an email list. It's not just a bunch of email addresses. It's a list of people who have already shown interest in what you have to offer. They are warmer leads than any random person scrolling through your Instagram posts will ever be. And the best part, you're not fighting algorithms. You're landing directly in their inbox. Now you're probably thinking, great, sounds amazing. So where do I start? Well, to help you out, here's a simple 3-step process to build you an email list. First, create a simple but valuable lead magnet. Just think about what's the one problem that your audience has that you can solve with just a quick guide, a checklist, a template, or just a series of emails. Like I just did with 30 monetization tips in 30 days, which you should check out, by the way. Second, promote it everywhere. Your website, social media, friends, blogs, every touch point should lead people to sign up to this free guide. And then third, nurture your list. Don't just send promotions, send tips, stories, and useful content to keep your audience engaged. Build that trust, and that is exactly what I'm doing all the time. All right, so with all of that being said, let me leave you with this. If social media disappeared tomorrow, where would your business stand? Most likely, you're back to square one. And see, by building an email list, it's like having a safety net. It's the only platform you own, and it's the one that keeps generating income, even if the algorithms change. So, if you care more about money than fame, then you really want to stop worrying about chasing followers and start focusing on building relationships that actually convert into sales. And if that's the case, then that email list should be your number one priority.